You are a person that's closely connected to God, and that energy is so potent. People that had never come across love before get starstruck by you. They definitely see you as a person that's a confident lover, that you get a lot of attention, and that you're just willing to move on if you don't get what it is that you desire out of a connection. This is what permeates out of your energy. And also, people that come across you, they feel like you're real high maintenance. Like, it's hard to please you, it's hard to satisfy you, that you're hard to keep happy. And really, you just have high standards for yourself, so therefore you have high standards for everybody else. And you come across people that have a hard time resisting you. This type of energy combined, confidence and high maintenance, knowing their worth, it just permeates out of your pores and your aura. You just look like you know what you're doing. And you also trigger a lot of people to sometimes even be unfaithful or have thoughts of being unfaithful. So, like, sometimes you end up being like the scapegoat of certain scenarios. Some people even leave their relationships simply because of what you triggered in them. And like that need and that desire, it can never go away. Some people even self-sabotage their own connections to try to maybe even use you as an outlet or use you to cheat in some way. You guys are above that. I know you don't allow that for the majority of you, but the reason why this is you're used as like a conduit to trigger people that are in stagnation in their relationships. Someone who's in the wrong partnership, they come across you and it's definitely so hard to resist. These partners may have been numbing the pain. Maybe they were just going with the flow of things. They may have assets tied to each other. They don't have love that's keeping them bound together. So the temptation is as heavy and as strong as you is hard to fight off. They find their partners even like acting hot and cold. All of a sudden, like, they're fine one second, the next second they're not. They meet you and they feel like you're everything that they're looking for in a relationship, but they just feel like, wow, like, it's just the wrong timing. And it's a very unexpected outcome. So what I'm seeing, it's like people don't seek out cheating when it comes to you. It just naturally happens because your energy draws them in to feel that way. You show up as the best of you. You also show up as very gentle. So your method of teaching is in a very gentle way. It's not forceful. You know, it's not in a way where you have to force someone to be a certain way. It's very natural how you teach others. And you also have a tendency of causing a storm in other people's relationships. It's like, okay, you're like the final boss. You're like the siren. If a relationship can survive the temptation of you, then it's built on solid ground. But most of the time, you end up triggering something that makes the whole situation unravel. And it's not because of you, it's your energy in general. You have a part to play sometimes to where you are the third party in other people's lives. You may not even be physically in their relationship, but their partners can't help but to daydream about you. Like, they long for you. They meet you and their mind just gets sucked in. They meet you and they're like, they start thinking about having a life with you. They start thinking about, they don't want to miss this opportunity with you. So this is what really gets them. They're like, okay, if I don't catch this person now, it's going to be a missed opportunity for life. But that's the thing. They don't see that it's already a test in its own. Some people may even try to do drastic things like leave the connections that they're in to see if they can have a chance with you. Others of them don't even have the decency to do that. They'll just outright try and get you into a cheating love triangle type of situation. And the reason is because of your detachment skills. You're not attached to them like their partners are. They can't even get you to look in their direction. They can't get you strung up or hung up. And because they've never met someone that has the vibration of love, true love in their life, once you leave, it's like they feel this absence. All of a sudden, they start missing something that they've never even had. And it's so unexpected. This is why I'm saying, like, most of the time, it's not that they're planning this. It's energetic unraveling happening. So you have a tendency of sometimes putting burdens on people, and it's not your fault. You're just minding your own business, living your own life on your journey of self, but you unknowingly like put burdens on people, and you're actually there to balance things out. Like I said, if the relationship is strong, they will be able to fight off the temptation. However, if it's not, it will unravel. And that's the test. You're showing up as karma. So you have a definitive role in people's lives indirectly as well. And most of the time, you're just paying attention, doing your own thing. Most people see you on social media and they still get drawn. It doesn't matter if it's online. If it's in person, they're definitely going to have an issue with like breaking their neck or having to resist you in a way. And with the Ten of Cups, these are people that they forget their own happiness or their own joy in the connection, or somewhere along the way in these relationships, like the love got lost and it's almost like something needs to trigger it to be alive again. And if you are in the energy of kind of like threatening someone's relationship, sometimes it makes them wake up like, okay, obviously there's something going on in my connection. The viewer is triggering it. So what is this trying to teach us? What is this trying to show us about our connection? So people that are highly evolved are able to see that you're just like a triggering component in them getting their relationship together. But those of them that are still low vibing, some of them still can't see beyond like just the physical. They can't see the spiritual aspect of it. And some people are even willing to leave everything that they have to try to give you this offer. And you already know that it's not meant for you, so you just continue on your pathway. But you definitely have a lot of admirers and people that fall in love with you effortlessly. And this is something that they would never tell you. Sometimes you have an issue with like creating problems in other people's relationships without even doing anything. Imagine if you actually tried. They're so lucky that you have values and boundaries and morals, because you could easily dismantle any connection just because of like your energy is like unlike any other. But I feel like most of you have already learned that lesson of like trying to deal with something that is not for you. But the reason why you came into their lives is so that they can awaken this numbness, because there's something that was going on in that relationship where it was very stagnant, and you're like the defibrillator that brings someone back to life. You like light up their relationship again. You're kind of like the factor that either helps them come together or break apart once and for all. This is the karma that you represent in people's lives.